Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today we're going to talk about The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 2. Oh, hold on. Okay, welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes. Let me silence my phone. Tonight is the after show for The Walking Dead Season 2. It's Season 8, Episode 2. Yada, yada, yada. I'm stumbling because I want to get this out there real quick, and everyone let me know, just a couple of you, if the microphone's good and we're all set. If you're new here, we do a 15 minutes where I talk only about the first impression review, and then we're gonna shut that down and then go right into the same live stream. We're gonna go right into the fan feedback from you guys, where we can kick around our thoughts and opinions about the episode. Now, there's also something else. Oh yeah, I got maybe 150 messages of people asking me if I'm doing a live stream. This is every single Sunday night, every single Walking Dead, unless something happens and I'm in the hospital, or I don't know, the webcam explodes, every night. I was like 10 minutes late just dealing with my phone blowing up about people asking about the live stream. We're going to dive right into my thoughts and opinions in this episode. Are probably going to be real quick. The first thing, and this is a spoiler, obviously, so first thing I want to talk about that's the most important about tonight, my Stranger Things shirt. How badass is that? This is a retro look. My daughter said I'd be cool if I picked it up. I got it at Target. It was the last one left, so I'm hoping it makes me look cooler than I really am in real life, because I'm pretty fucking cool. Anyway, no, seriously, the biggest thing everyone wants me to talk about is Morales, and I'm probably going to disappoint a lot of you. I did not want Morales on. I think it's absolute asinine ridiculousness. However, I want to say something because story-wise, every time something happens, we see boots in the ground. Remember when we saw boots and everyone went, oh, it's Morales. Something happens that's a mystery and, oh, it's Morales. I mean, holy hell. What if we don't get Dwight? What if Morales is Dwight? Like, really stupid shit. And I've always been against it. Always. The one time where I actually thought they might really bring Morales back is when they showed us that sneak peek of Carl, and they were mirroring episode 1. And then Scott Gimple later, like 2 days later, said, yes, there's going to be callbacks to episode 1. Throughout the season, we're going to be doing some stuff. And I was like, man, they might. They just might. Luckily, I've avoided so many spoilers until that little prick, Trevs-chan. What a dick. Now, keep in mind, I have nothing against the guy, except for this one thing. It came up on I was uploading the Stranger Things videos the other night, 2 nights ago. Season 2 dropped. And I always check the video to make sure it's good after it uploads. Almost all the time there's never a problem, but once in a while there's an issue. And under the recommended videos was a spoiler video with a thumbnail that just was like, Morales, yeah, oh, familiar face, question mark. And it's like, son of a bitch, you asshole. Why put that in the thumbnail? Anyhow, what a dick. Now, Trev's okay minus that shit. What a dick. Anyway. Now, about Morales being in the actual episode, I think it's awesome for the actor. I mean, I think it would suck imagine if they cast me for Stranger Things, season 1, and I had this small role and I left. Stranger Things became huge, and I was like, man, it'd be so cool to be able to go back, and all the fans were like, fuck Ronnie, his character sucked, no way. And then I didn't get to go back because the people were like, no. So for the actor, I think that is incredible. Unless he's a dick about it and he's like, I'm better than that, then okay, for you. But for him, being able to come back to the show, I think that's awesome. And I'm like thrilled for him, happy for him. He was able to come back. In that aspect, I think it's awesome for him. You know what I mean? We get one life, That's a gift. Being able to come back, that's just so cool. Story-wise, there's been enough time. The distance is an issue. Yes, right off the bat, you see Morales, and I'm like, come on. You got so many people I noticed in the comments who were like, who's Morales? And I'm not talking about there's a difference between the active online fan base and then that casual viewer that doesn't follow a lot of online Walking Dead stuff, but they still comment. You ever see those viewers? And there's a lot of them out there that do that. So many people are like, I don't know who that guy is. Yeah, you're not going to know. So I'm split. I think the way they did it for now is good enough for me where I'm not hating on it. There's another part of me that's just thinking, it's been so long, the distance, the probability. At least Morgan had a map. Where's Morales' map, you know? Anyhow, that's where I land on the Morales stuff. The other thing, and then we'll dive back into this episode, the other thing is ratings. Everyone wanted me to talk about the ratings for the premiere. I don't think that's a topic. There's nothing to worry about is what I'm saying. It's a non-issue. That's why I didn't even make a video on it. They got 11 million for the live, and I've seen a lot of people comparing that to episodes where they count more than one day. It's like the other ones have a live +3, a live +5, and some people are throwing these numbers up, and they're not accurate because the 11 million was whoever watched, I believe, right at that time. That's what that number. But when you calculate everyone who watched later on, when they got off of work, when they got their DVR, and yes, they have a system that counts all the views. I see so many comments that say, they can't count, you know, this, and this. They can count it all. They've got it. There's a whole organization that handles the ratings. They got it. That's what they do for a living, you know? And I think there was like 15 million that watched the premiere, like +3 or something, or maybe even +7. It doesn't matter. The Walking Dead is in no danger at all. When it drops below 5 million, you can message me and say, hey, what do you think? Is it in danger? Then I will say it's in danger of having its budget cut, but it will not be canceled. And then after the budget cuts, it'll run the risk of getting canceled after a season or two. So that's the rating stuff. This episode kicks off with a badass drive-by. I like that. You could recognize some of the saviors, and they're like prepping and shit. And then our team rolls up with that bomb-ass wall armored thing. I mentioned they're probably going to hit an outpost in my analyzed, and that's another thing. If you're new here, after a couple days I released the big video, which is the ultimate in-depth analyzed. A lot of people asked me, Ronnie, I miss your in-depth reviews, and I kept having to point them in the direction. Come back to the channel and look it up. It takes me a few days to get that done. Excuse me. So if you're new here, come back in a few days. I'm going to get an analyzed video. And I mentioned it because Aaron was in the trailer. All we got to do is pin them down, you know? And then, so they roll up, and this girl savior's like, oh, they're too weak, or they're too pussy to come and attack us. Hold them off. And that one walker started getting up, and it clicked with me like it clicked with her. She was like, oh shit, that was their plan. They didn't have to rush in. I got so excited because that is strategic genius. Corner them in, kill as many as possible, and just take pot shots, kill some here and there, but let the dead get up and kill them, or distract them and kill them. And I'm kind of disappointed they didn't show more of that, because that was such an epic moment. They showed the girl, which I will say, this is a little bit of a negative. She didn't fight back. Like, if you're trying to get up and eat me alive and rip out my throat, like if you're trying to cut my throat, I'm gonna gouge my fingers in your eyes. I'm gonna rip the flesh off your body before you even get the chance. But if you want to bite my throat out, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm going to flail and kick and scream and run the hell up out of there. And she was just kind of like, oh, he's close. He already got me. Oh, here you go. It's just like, what, bitch? Fight, you know? So that was a little bit a negative, but I really wish they showed how the zombies distracted them, and then they were able to get the jump on them. They might still, because there's a continuation, it appears, for the next episode. But that moment, for me personally, once the strategy was revealed, loved it. I see someone said Morales is Negan. Yeah, people actually said that in a legit prediction. Dude, I think it would be so boss, and out of nowhere, if they line him up, and out of the trailer, well, they didn't say that part, but they said, out of the crowd walks Morales Negan. And it's like, oh, fuck, what? So, we have the Kingdom group, Ezekiel's men. Ezekiel, I like Ezekiel in parts. Ezekiel has parts where it's too much of that theatrics shit, and I kind of go, okay, you know, wrap it up, Ezekiel. But then he has Excuse me, holy Jesus. Then he has moments, and I'm like, yeah, I like him. I like him so far a lot better than the comic Ezekiel. The comic Ezekiel, I feel like they failed me because they built him up as visually amazing, and then he had this interesting story about him. But then when he got to fighting, he was a little bit of a bitch, and that kind of took you out of the moment, you know? I don't want them to do that with. I want them to Carolize Ezekiel. You know, don't have Ezekiel as a bitch. Have Ezekiel as a warrior. Have him go through something that crushes his soul. Sure. Have him lose hope. Sure. But don't make him like this little bitty bitch, you know? So I'm hoping, and it doesn't seem like they're going in that direction. I do think they're going to crush him, but I don't think they're going to turn him into a little bitty bitch. Anyhow, so I do like moments with Ezekiel, and I'm still wondering how the hell does Shiva know who to eat and who not to eat? It was funny in season 7, the last episode. It was a little bit of a, okay, you know, but come on. How does she know? Like a guy running in the woods. I think it'd be neat if they were able to show people rubbing something on them and then Ezekiel knows that odor, you know? Okay, don't. You know what I mean? Is that too stupid? That might be too stupid. Anyhow, Morgan, beast mode. What else can you say? You guys can go back and watch it. Well, you can't watch it, but in season 2, a lot of people were shitting on Rick. I held strong with Rick, and look at that. People love him. A lot of people were shitting on Father Gabriel. I held strong with Father Gabriel mainly because I love the actor from The Wire. Very talented actor, and he has a lot of range. And now people are loving Father Gabriel. I held on with Morgan, even though he did irritate me a couple times here and there. And now people are loving Morgan. It feels good because Lenny James, and I'm holding on to a lot of the actors who have like a lot of range and they can utilize them too. Because their redemption is going to be a lot more meaningful, especially coming from you know, really highs and lows. Like Gabriel really pissed me off when he said that shit because he saw the Terminus people. He went and saw their camp. How could he ever get it twisted in his head and talk against Rick and their crew after that? So I got real mad at him. Same thing with Gabriel. I'm sorry, with Morgan. I got pissed at him for a little bit, but still, I understood where he was coming from and his background and stuff. But now I love it. He goes on a beat. First, he does get clipped, and I don't know if it went through his armor or just knocked him out, but it did knock him out. And then how he said, "I don't die," as a curse in the woods, as his... You remember back in season 3 where he said, people like me, we live on and on, when he was talking to Rick about his son dying, or Morgan's son, and how people like him, the weak, they live, they inherit the earth. I believe that's what he said. And then in this one, he tells the guy, "I don't die, don't back me up," you know? And then later on, Morgan wakes up and he's looking at that guy dead. I love that. Because this is his curse. He woke up, he sees this guy, he's still alive, he gets up and goes beast mode. Real quick, let me stop. Did they really kill that dude off screen? Remember the guy who, Daryl broke his arm? Is it, I always forget his damn name. What's his name? Put it in the comment box. But Daryl broke his arm, and they took him, and he's the guy who said when Rick punched the zombie's head, and he was like, the saviors are scary, but they got nothing on you. Did they really kill him off screen? For real? That's kind of messed up. So anyhow, Morgan gets up, and he just goes nuts. It's wicked. And he walks out, and I love how the sunlight kind of just snaps him out of it. He started getting into that mode, which is nice that they're still showing this, that Morgan still has issues, and he can still have, he might still be more dangerous than we would like him to be, you know, which is great. Loved it. And I stand by my prediction. In the Ultimate trailer breakdown videos, I made a big, huge prediction, 2 parts, and I talked about how they're going to capture people. I was right on that. That's awesome. They kind of showed it in the trailer, so I can't really pat myself on the back too much for that one, but they did show they captured Gavin, and I still think that Morgan's going to get mad. Everyone's asking, why is Morgan trying to fight Jesus? I still believe Morgan's going to get pissed about this and want to kill Gavin, and maybe Jesus and him have a little scuffle because of it. I think that's why they're fighting. Anyhow, did you guys notice them taking Polaroids in the background? I freaking love this. First off, it's our boy Peter Zimmerman. He plays Eduardo from The Hilltop. He's in the background taking the pictures when Morgan was having that moment with Gavin and stuff. And it's just freaking like the Saviors in the background taking pictures of Glenn and Abraham. Holy shit, I love that. Love that little... I love how they didn't zoom in and make a deal out of it. It was just like, boom, there it is in the background. They know we're going to analyze this stuff or overanalyze it. Love that shit. And then we have Rick killing the guy and going in and finding the baby. That was like a gut punch. I'm still wondering what's going to happen with that. Is that going to be something where it's just in the moment, or they're going to take that baby and obviously Rick isn't going to kill the baby, but they're going to take the baby and take care of it at like the Hilltop or something like that. And last week they showed a preview, I am almost positive, of Daryl driving away and Rick walking away, and Rick's like all bloody. We know now how he gets bloody. We know he gets out of this, you know, because they showed us that damn preview. So what? So he gets out of this and he gets captured by the trash people somehow, because he is captured in the trailer. I don't know. That part was a little bit weird. So maybe the Saviors take the baby, you know, and they do something with it. But it doesn't matter what happens with the baby. I'm just saying. So then we got the tiger. I talked about that. That was a pretty cool scene. Eric being gut hit. I like a lot of the action here. And listen, there's a lot of fans that were asking me, what is it specifically about the scenes that I did not enjoy, the action moments in Fear the Walking Dead. And if you want to go back, this is a perfect example. They take the shot, nice and smooth, you know, it has movement to it to give it that active feel, like the Steadicam type of feel, but not a lot. It comes up, you see the placement of all the characters, so you don't know who's doing what and when. They're showing the gunfire, and it cranes all the way down in one shot, and it shows where the people are ducking, and then people are popping in and out. Watch that and compare it to the crazy, insanely edited mess where you don't know what anyone is doing until after they do it, and it's like, okay, they're still alive, you know? And I don't like comparing the two shows, but I wanted to highlight that because now is a moment where you can see what I'm talking about specifically, because when you see the action here, it is directed well, where you can tell where everyone is, and you don't get lost in the confusion of everything. So the action was off the hook. And in the comic book, we can talk about this now because it hasn't happened on screen, and it most likely won't happen. But there's a really quick voiceover. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a voiceover by Ezekiel, and we won't go into that. But they show us panels of Rick and gang winning against this outpost. However, in the bum rush, it was only one panel. In the bum rush, Eric is shot in the head in that panel. And I like how they did it with Eric. I was expecting him to get shot in the head. Aaron makes it to him, and here they reveal he's shot in the gut. I like little changes like that because they can still kind of mix it up. Now watch later in the next episode, they're running away and Eric still gets popped in the head. I thought that might be a possibility, but that would suck if they do that. I think that is awesome because Eric was stepping it up. You know, they need to have. This gets a little tricky too because Eric's a character who we see him in bits and pieces. He is in it. He has his little moments. He had a couple moments in the previous season, and then now. But if you give them too much moments, then you're like, oh, you know, he's gonna die here, and I don't know. This is risky. I stand by. When you have a certain cast, right, you need those supporting characters. And essentially, their importance rests on what they do for other characters. Eric should never be a main character. He's not designed, that character is not made for that. It should be made for affecting Aaron's life, essentially, if you look at the structure of it. So I'm happy with what they did with Eric. I think he died... He died helping give everyone else the lives they want. You know, he died for that. So he definitely has an honorable death if he does die, which he probably will because he's gut shot. And gut shot, that doesn't work out the way it I don't know. He shouldn't live from it, all right? But you never know. Rick was gut shot, but it was on the side, so there's no vital organs on the side. So, or apparently... from the Scream movies. No, you're not supposed to have any vital organs on the side. That's probably bullshit. Morales facing the past. Oh yeah, there was one snippet I heard on Talking Dead when they came on. That was one of the first things they talked about. I was setting everything up, and I heard Gimple say something about facing the past. And this is also similar to what he was talking about previously, what we touched on about the callbacks from the past. Before he was talking about callbacks and hold on a second. Oh, you already got him. Good shit. The mods are on point. Nuck figures. Yeah, he's getting blocked. I don't tolerate racism, so you might as well just block yourselves, people. Come on. Between the mods and me, you're not going to get away with it. So take your 10-year-old ass out of here and go to bed. It's past your bedtime. Anyhow, facing the past is something that Gimple was talking about for Rick. Like, he's not the same person. Morales is not the same person. And I'm interested to see where they're going to go. Keep in mind, we did see that Rick clearly walks away from this soon because he's still freshly bloody, you know, in the preview. So he's going to get out of this rather quickly, I would imagine. Does that mean Morales dies? Is Morales going to continue on for a few episodes? I hope he doesn't. You know, just from what we've seen, I'm glad the actor was able to come back, and that's awesome. But to be such a dick, like, oh, hey, Rick, time has passed. I'm calling Negan. What a little bitch, you know? At least give your old peoples a head start. Like, oh, you little punk bitch. Where's your loyalty? Anyhow, I think that's pretty much it. This episode is a real good episode. It is not anywhere near the hype that was given for it. And I think a lot of people overhyped the Morales stuff. A lot of people were like, oh my God, something is going to happen in this that's going to be so, like, it's going to melt your face. And I'm sorry, like, Morales coming back is neat, but it's nowhere near mind-blowing. It's not like melt your face nuts. I thought it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, huh. Yeah, so was that Eduardo with the Polaroid taking a pic? Yes, he did. So, yeah, based off of that, I maybe that's the one moment where a lot of the fans talk and said it's going to be like, whew. However, everything as a whole, I still enjoyed it. I still really like it as a war episode, especially revealing the strategy there. That was one of my favorite moments, like that realization. I almost wish we would have had a little bit more. I mean, that seems kind of silly when I think about, like, a little bit more of the war and the battle, but there was a part of me that wanted a little bit more of that moment. Like, I kind of feel like I wanted that to be the crushing blow, and maybe it was, you know, maybe it was. Maybe I got to go back and rewatch it, or maybe they're going to continue this in the next, you know, the next episode. So let's see what we got to say from you guys. We have where's my timer? Damn it. Oh, I covered it up. I don't even know how long. Let me look. 22 minutes. Okay, so we have 22 minutes of a discussion, first impression review. That's what it's called. I forgot what it was called. Oh, it's not going to let me do that? Oh, you asshole. So we had 20 minutes of a first impression review. Those who are not interested anymore in hearing the fan feedback, you can go now. We're going to shut it down, and we are going to dive right into the fan feedback from you guys. If you want to make sure I see your question, just put Q&A first thing in your comment, and then we're going to go through. Real quick, as we go into this, we did add a few more mods. There's like 5 more on the list. I might have misspoke too. When I'm talking about the mods, I know I'm kind of brushing over this last week, or maybe I flat out misspoke, but I was assuming only like 2 or 3 people would be like, oh, hey, mod me. But we got like 10 or 15 people that wanted to be mods. I think we added 4 or 5 people. We are going slow with it. Add 4 or 5. So if you put your name up to be mods, just relax. We'll get there. If you started a whole new account, and I'm going to be brutally honest, if you start a whole new account and there's no activity, There's like 3 people. There's no activity for your account. I can't mod you. There's no activity. I don't recognize the name. No activity whatsoever. Like, you don't have any liked videos. You don't have any comments in the list. A lot of the people I modded, I can research their comments from 2 years ago. Like, and I'm not saying you need to have 2-year-old comments. I'm just saying it would be nice to have some positive activity in just the past couple of weeks, you know, because we did just let people be mods and see how they were at first. We let some people in and they just, like trolls will get in. Oh, I made a new account. Hey, Ronnie, mod me. And then you mod them. And next thing you know, they're muting everyone's shit thinking it's funny, which I don't get because we find them instantly because it shows me what you do. Like as a mod, it pops up on my screen. You guys can see a part of it. I have 2 pages. Like right here, see this monkey bomber? I'm pointing to the screen like you can see my finger. But yeah, Monkey Bomber, message deleted by Brandy Lynn. You know, it shows me what you did. So many people, not so many. I think there's like 3 or 4 that became mods, and they were like, oh, Ronnie's a dick, like as a mod. And I'm looking at it like, that's not gonna happen. Anyhow, so if there's anyone else waiting, just relax. I think there was 2 names that it came up, but it was showing 2 different people. I'll get it figured out. There was a couple people who didn't have enough activity, and I got to go through messages, so just relax. We're going to get to it, and let's dive into the fan feedback. Put Q&A first thing in your comment, and I'll definitely keep an eye out for those. Before we dive into your comments, let me hit up the super chats. Joshua Wood, keep up the great work. Thank you very much. The Creeper, damn it, I gotta watch the encore, but want to send some love. Party on, thanks Ronnie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Wisdom Fall, any Fear fans want to argue which show is better? Question mark, and he spelled better wrong. I just had to bring that up. That was funny. That's funny. I know you were probably rushing to get that out, and then you were like, oh, burn. Thank you very much for the support. And for anyone new, super chats, those questions get put up right to the top. Dude, guys, rest in peace, Francine and Andy. That's his name, Andy. And Tobin's shoulder. Yeah, Francine, man. I called that shit, didn't I? Did I? I had to have. I called that shit way back. We have to have faces we recognize die. Like, it has to happen. Happen? It has to happen. So, it took me a long time, laugh a lot. Please don't be upset. Who's upset? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, listen, one thing, I'm trying to look in here. I'm trying to look in here because I see that name. You are a mod. There's someone that is a mod saying that you're not a mod. You are a mod. What are you talking about? And that's another thing. I don't want this to turn into a drama thing. Yeah, at Melanie Grimes. Listen, you're either a mod and you don't know it, or maybe I didn't do it right, but you should be a mod. I put you on as a mod before we went live today. You're one of the 4 that I put on. I put you on as a mod here and in the Facebook thing, so I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know if I didn't do it. It's no big deal, but I want to get into the fan feedback. So, like I said, when it comes to mod stuff, I don't want it being like a whole thing, or else just, you know, start losing my shit. All right, let's go back. We have Godzilla says, am I the only one who thought, why doesn't Rick smack the gun out of Morales' hand? He's holding it super close to Rick. You should never hold the gun to someone that close because they can easily smack it out of your hand. Yeah. 2 things, though. Like we noticed, if you go back and watch episode 1, they are not as close as it seems. Excuse me. Yes, someone still could have shot Negan. That's not the point. The point is, when they show Negan, he looks like he's 20 feet away. You know what I mean? But he's really like 60 feet away. Maybe a little. Yeah, well, is that too long? He's a good distance away. It's not worth it to try to shoot him with a pistol. You need to have a rifle or something to get Negan at that distance. Like, it's a decent distance away. Yes, they could have shot him. But my point is, when Morales and Rick are on screen together with the camera, it makes it seem like they're super close. And they might be super close. However, there's a chance that Morales is like 4 feet away. way. That's definitely possible. I have to go back and rewatch it, but I'm just saying, keep an eye out on that because they might not be as close as it seems. And then Josh, I'm never getting this right. Let me scroll down there. Josh Bend Ilak Vlogs. Do you think the theory of... no, what theory? No. You think the theory of Carl dying are true? I don't know what fucking theory you're talking about. What theory? There's the old man Carl theory, but that has nothing to do with him dying. Listen, guys, there is one other thing. We're not going to discuss predictions, even with a super chat. Let's not do predictions. Yeah, I stopped making prediction videos so we don't go over this. Let's not do it. Even with a super chat, I'm going to block or ban you. We're not doing predictions now. And it's no fault to you. I'm not mad at you at all. That's, that's no problem at all. Just no more of that. We're here to talk about the episode. At the end of this, we might kick around some predictions. Not right in the beginning gate. Even with super chat. Yes, even with super chat. No predictions. Don't throw them in. That's why we stopped doing prediction videos. Because eventually someone's going to take a theory or a rumor or that is a spoiler. If it's a rumor or a big theory, chances are it came from the spoiler community. I say that loud as hell because I really get annoyed with not this, but when someone comes up, and it will eventually happen, somebody will take a rumor. Rumors are based off spoilers 9 times out of 10, so do not bring them here, even in a super chat. I'm just going to block you right away. So let's talk about this episode. At the end of this, we'll have a few minutes we can kick around some predictions. Oh yeah, Deep Crate. Trev's super chat spoiled it for you too, huh? Not super chat. His thumbnail. I pulled my earring out. His thumbnail. Ronnie, what do you think about Jesus' decision in this episode? I was a little annoyed by that, but I get what he means. Not only what he means, but I get what the writers are doing. You can't have the good guys all just, kill, kill, kill. Infinite Gaming, do you think this is how Rick gets captured and how... No, I don't. Because, again, they show us in the trailer Rick and Daryl walking away, and he has the same blood on his face. So he can't get captured here. I don't know. Unless there's an edit somewhere, but that doesn't make sense because, yeah, unless they edit him traveling and then going to a different place and it made it look like it was the same place. Godzilla, is that true about the camera angle, Ronnie? I don't think about that. I didn't think about that. I will give Rick the benefit of the doubt. Oh, yeah, listen, that is very true. That is very true. The camera angles truly, if you look at the camera angles on a lot of stuff, and then you go and look at the pictures they release of the production, you'll be like, oh my God, that guy is so close to Carol with the gun. And then when they show the pictures, they're like this far apart. And it's like, oh, shit, just as an example. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying that's very possible. Michelle Hernandez, Ronnie. What do you think about... Oh, yeah, we already did that. Let me see. Q&A. Who should kill Negan? Maggie or Rick? Charmander. Spin. Oh, wait, never mind. You're talking to someone else. Charmander. How does Ronnie see your comments? Everything you do on the channel is saved. You could just go into the log and type in your name, and it'll show me every single comment in your history. And it shows them from as long as you've been making comments. You can keep scrolling back, and I can see everything you say. Joey Weatherhead. Do you think that... And let me just put this in here, because I did have one guy. I knew he wanted to be a mod, and he said some shit months ago. I got real pissed at me for not answering his questions on a Q&A, and he flipped his shit. And then he wanted to be a mod, and then I went back, I checked out his thing, and I forgot about him, because I was like, oh, I can't have mods that get emotional fast. I can't do it. Even if I make you a mod and I see that you get emotional and you're like, oh, I'm blocking these people because I don't like their political beliefs or this, and we've had that. I don't care. Even I don't care if you're donating 100. I can't have that. I don't care if you're a big donator. I can't have it. So this dude, he asked again, and I went back and I remember the name and I looked him up, and he had deleted his comments, all of them. So then he didn't have any activity. So if you go and delete all your shit, just delete the bad stuff, because if I don't see any good comments, I can't make you a mod. Ronnie, or any comments. You don't have to say anything good. Just active. Ronnie, you blew your load of Stranger Things videos in 2 days. Oh, yeah, I did. My daughter was at my mother's for Friday night and Saturday night, and I get a break from being a dad maybe once every 6 months. So and never for 2 days in a row, you know. So I got it in, you know. Me and my daughter are starting tomorrow. We're gonna start watching Stranger Things. She hasn't seen it yet. She's watched like 20 minutes of episode 1. Lady says, I'm a fan of your show. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much. Let me scroll down a little. Why don't I have friends? Probably because you're a loser. All hail the great meme Morales. Oh, he's not a meme anymore. Finally, well, maybe he is in a different way. Finally got to see some Jesus martial arts. How did you like how Francine got shot in the teat? It was all right. I mean, it's not really the teat though. That was kind of like up here, wasn't it? So I don't think that counts. Andy's his name. I know Francine got shot in the chest, but it was not in the heart. I think she's still alive, breathing. Yeah, but it's not the heart that's the problem. It's the lung. If she got shot in the lung and yada, 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 and it collapsed, then she's in serious trouble. I love that fake it till you make it line so much. Yeah, I like that. Oh, wait a minute. Melanie Grimes. I must not have modded you. I did. I 100% did. I don't know what happened to that shit. Add as a mod. Well, let me see now. Ian, Q&A. Will Rick's kicking the nuts of killing some kid's father and Tara Morgan wanting revenge lead to Rick siding with Jesus and causing a dangerous conflict within the group? No. Will people decide different things? Yes. Will it cause a huge conflict? No, we don't need it. Tara can get pissy for a little bit. That's fine. But it's not going to cause any serious problems. That is true about the camera angle. No, I said that is true about the camera angle. Oh, okay. Godzilla threw in another super chat. I'm sorry. I must have read that wrong. I thought it said, is that true? You said, yeah, that is true. Oh, okay. Dude, guys, my man Tobin has Jedi Knight powers. Does he? I don't know what scene you're talking about. Do you think the big end reveal of the episode will confuse a lot of fans that aren't into the show as you and I are? Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen a couple people. One of my friends messaged me back. They don't follow the active online community, but they watch every episode, and they sent me a text immediately, and they were like, "Who's that?" You know. What do you think of Rick's kill this episode? Oh, I thought it was badass. Because they showed it in the background. I'm like, do it, Rick! You know? Let's see. Ronnie, now that we've seen Morales back in the show, do you think the Fear crossover will be how Morales got to this point? No, I don't think so. This is hard. It's restrictive. Now he's with the Saviors at that distance. You gotta show him get there and get set up. So now it's even more restrictive. So I would have to say, I don't know. Yeah, they can do it for anybody. But if they do it for someone who can only be in it for a very tiny amount of time, it's the fans are going to be like, wow, that was painfully underwhelming. You know, so it's rough. They got to do it just right. Yo, Ronnie, can you see the comments that we put on our other channel, or is this just your channel? No, just this channel. Why? What are you worried about? What are you worried about? No, I can only see what you put on this channel. Joshua Bourne. Did you catch that callback to Merle and Daryl focusing on handcuffs and the pipe? Thought it was pretty cool. Listen, I thought that was a possible connection to Merle, but my main focus was on the idea of a prisoner. The handcuffs there, the bloody, which is what, I believe there was blood. That's what I made the connection to Merle, but the main connection I thought was the dog food, the plate, and the handcuffs, as if they had, and that's what Daryl went through. So that's kind of like revitalizing what he went through in the story. But the callback for the fans was for Daryl. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't think Daryl thought of Merle. He might have. He most likely might have. But when I first viewed it, I saw it as Daryl being in the moment. You know, for us fans, it's a callback to Merle. You're running. Karzark is fucking canon, bitch. It's coming. Fake it till you make it, baby. Oh yeah, Carol Ezekiel. It's possible. They keep having him trading looks. I laugh out loud. Tara was so fucking annoying. The people who surrendered should be spared. I don't know. I was saying shoot them. What did you think of Rick's kill this episode? Thought it was badass. How fucking badass old Morgan this episode. Yeah. What if Future Dream Judith is really Gracie? Mind fucking blown. Hold on, let me think about that a minute. Did anyone say Judith's name? I don't think they would skip that much time. That is a nice what if. Like, what if that is Judith? Anyone wants, dude, guys, you want to make some fucking clickbait shit, right? There's clickbait for you, like a huge moment. I'd put that up for a big view thing, you know. I probably end up won't, because I don't think that's true. But that's like one of those what if, you know. I was kind of salty, can't lie. Can Morales please die? I hope so. Dr. Infallible. Do you think Rick's "My mercy prevailed over my wrath" line will be in reference to going easy on Morales because of sentimental and he and Morales doing some bad shit? Wait, Morales doing some bad shit. No, I think it could be connected, but it might be connected with the baby situation, like all that going on. It might be connected with a bunch of different things, but I still lean more towards it's connected to something bigger, something that really affects him. Godzilla says, "Fuck that. For once, I was with Terra. Kill them all." Yeah, I was too. I was sitting there like, shoot them. Ronnie, did you like the firefight with Aaron and Eric? Seemed like people were literally trying to get shot. Yes, I liked them. Yes, there was moments where it looked like, and that could just be actors not experienced with guns, which it gets a little frustrating, but you have to understand. Even I did, like when I first got a gun and we go out and shooting or whatever, you would think you would be like, oh yeah, it's like this, bang, 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 and then if you're peeking behind corners. But then when you start really learning the tactics and strategies and all this, like they have a certain way to look around a corner. They do it in ninjutsu too. There's a certain way to look around a corner where you actually show like very, very little. It's real neat. You don't normally process that, or you don't normally come up with that. You need to be trained, and with the amount of time they would be trained being scared and in the moment, it's realistic to have them make some mistakes, like maybe popping their head out. You know, because there was some where they pop their head out first and then bring the gun up, and I'm just thinking, no, you know, you should have a situation where you're going and not be so, because they can even back off the car slightly, you know, back off the car and then lift up. But for me, it's fine because it feels a little bit more realistic to have them not be perfect, you know, killing machines. I believe the baby is alive. Oh, I thought the baby was alive. Anime, I thought the same thing. I was like, did Rick leave the baby to die? What happened to Daryl? Is he balls deep in that dog food sandwich? Yes, he is. I want the crossover to be the Whispers. I don't, so stop saying that. Kirkman said on Talking Dead it would be a major crossover. Yeah, whatever. When do you think we will see the Heapsters next? It's got to be soon. It's got to be soon. Episode 3 or 4. Gotta be. I think the crossover will be someone who died in The Walking Dead in Fear. Who do you think will win in a fight, Morgan or Jesus? You know, Jesus, I would imagine Jesus trained longer. Morgan's pretty badass now, but Morgan is still new. He's badass to your normal everyday Joe, sure. But Jesus, from what we know or what we believe, he's trained. So I would want Jesus to take that over. Yeah. Do you think Morgan's wife is now Negan's wife? Maybe that's how he changed his side. Morales' wife. All I know is Morales' kids, in order to keep the continuity, they need to be dead. They got to be dead. They have to be dead. Unless A, they never show them, because it wouldn't make sense. They'd have to cast new kids because they're a lot older now, you know. Or, I mean, if it doesn't matter, then, and you don't show them much, then maybe his family is, you know, in Negan's sanctuary. Sure, that's possible. Oh, but is Morales' wife Negan's wife? If he was, I don't think he'd be that eager to help take Rick down and bring him back to Negan, you know? Do you think the Kingdom will have the first loss in the war? It looks like they will. I think both, I mean, at the same time. Or Jesus Group? No, Jesus Group is capturing people. They're done. Even in the next episode, if you connect that to the trailer, Jesus' group successfully brings the prisoners to the hilltop. We saw that in the trailer. So Ezekiel's group will, from the looks of it, take the first heavy hit, definitely. Morales is Wesley Snipes Jr. Also, Francine is dead as fuck. When will Morales turn good? I hope he dies. Oh shit, Negan fucking awesome. My dog died 2 days ago, Ronnie. I wish it was me. Literally feel dead inside. Well, pick yourself up and dust yourself off. It's never pleasant, but you'll get over it. Time heals all wounds, right? Isn't that what they say? Do you think? But I feel you. My dog died a long time ago. I was like, oh, that hurts. Do you think they should have a full episode to explain how Morales... No. They might, but no. I don't care how Morales got there. He wasn't an interesting character before. If they want to do some full episode, don't put it in this season. I mean, they might. A whole season of all-out war, it's possible that they do it, but I hope they don't. Leave that shit for a webisode. I don't want to take up... If I have to... I tell you what, I might skip that. I'm that not interested to see how Morales got there. I'd probably end up skipping that shit. Well, I can't because we do the live show. Morgan versus Jesus fight now goes to Jesus only because Morgan is wounded. Boo. I'm really confused. Morales, the dog food, and cuffs the baby all were being where Dwight says the guns are. Am I supposed to be thinking Dwight set this up? No. Here's the thing. They could have moved it. They were prepping for war. There's other shit going on, so it could have gotten moved. And there could be it could be in a different spot. I mean, it could be there, but they just didn't find it yet. Or like I said, they could have moved it, but I don't think Dwight purposely, oh, he knows Morales and there's a baby there, I'm going to send them there. I don't think that's what happened at all. So I didn't think it would get a question answered anyways. It goes too quick, so I'm starting at the beginning. Yeah, it's hard to get all the questions. Ronnie Whoop-de-Whoop Hayes. Imagine an arrow flies through Morales' head. That would be badass. So is Zimmerman the professional photographer of the zombie apocalypse? I'm betting on these Polaroids being pretty damn good. If that baby is turned, would it still be a walker or would it be a crawler? Laugh my ass off. It'd be a crawler. I love the live after show thing that you do after each episode. Keep it up. I'm going to keep it up. Your vids cheer me up, Ronnie, in these dark times for me. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Do you think Morales will survive long? I hope not. He's already pissed me off. Hi from Ecuador. I was upset with the episode at the end. I don't know. I would hate the series if Rick and the community start to lose during 5 or 6 or more episodes. We want to see Rick winning. It's impossible for him to win every single skirmish. He's going to lose. He's going to lose. He might even lose a few episodes straight. Listen, just based off of the structure alone, I can tell you they start with a win. We've seen it. They start with what appears to be a win. We don't know. And then they might even win a little bit more in the next episode. But somewhere along the lines, they're going to take a hard hit. The hard hit is going to take us right to the midseason premiere. We might even be hit hard still then, like the gang is losing. And then they're going to start to win again. That's just how it's set up. If they're doing a whole season of this run, they could mix it up a little bit, sure. But it also, if they're winning every single episode, the tension for us is at an all-time low. You know, if they got some wins, then they got a defeat. And then they get some wins, you know, we ride with that, you know. So I don't know what that was. Eric got shot. Yeah, Eric got shot. Do you think Morales will stay a savior if he survives? Let me scroll up. It keeps sliding down. Does the Seaside Group ever get involved in the war? If so, when do you think they will come into the war? If you're asking about the comic, they're not in the comic at this point in time, so no, they never fight in the war. However, with the show, since they already brought them up, I do believe they will come into the war, and I don't think they're going to come until the second half. Do you think Morales is going to die next episode? I think it's possible. Sure. Knowing that they brought him back, he might linger around for a little bit. His family might end up being at the sanctuary or something. So if I had to bet at this time, it's rough. They brought him back just to have him die, you know, after 5 minutes on screen seems a little silly. But we know Rick gets out of this. So either it's a fake bad ending and Morales ends up letting him go, or Daryl comes around and ends up killing Morales, or something. You know, I think it'd be cool if Daryl killed Morales. And they did some kind of callback to season 1, because him and Morales were taking the bodies out. Remember when the camper got hit? Him and Morales were the ones taking the bodies out, and that's when Glenn freaked out. And he was like, "We bury our people. We don't burn them." You know, he's like, "You understand?" And that's when Daryl was all cool. And he said, "You guys had this coming. You left my brother on that roof." However the hell he talked. With all the flashbacks they were doing, is there anything specific you would like to see
them do from season 1? Anything specific from season 1? Not really. Let me think. I can't think of. I'm sure if I had the time, I'd probably come up with something. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything. The fuck! I just got the wrench. I just got a wrench. Yeah, the girl with glasses. You've had a wrench. I don't know how you didn't notice. I gave you one days ago. Do you think Daryl could find and save Rick? Daryl knew Morales too at the camp in season 1. Yeah, I think it's possible. I thought of it. How is it going to call Negan if Negan locked inside the trailer? How is he going to call Negan if Negan is locked inside the trailer? Yeah, that's right. What did he say? Because, you know, when he says he'd call Negan, keep in mind, they're all Negan. So he could have called a different group at an outpost that's not actual Negan, you know? Morales' story is almost guaranteed to be a filler episode. No matter how awesome the first 2 episodes are, they're going to some bottle episode stuff. Morales' story could be a decent filler. It's not going to be in the first 4. They already confirmed the first 4 is all the fighting, all the all-out war, heavy action-packed. And keep in mind, they're hitting Negan, then the outposts. There's got to be downtime. They got to regroup, restructure. We have to see Negan figure out how to get out of the thing. So there's going to be downtime. So Morales episode, if they did do it, it would be somewhere after episode 4, you know? Rick can win Simon and kill him. I miss Kirkman. Morales can fucking die. It needs to be gory as fuck. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think Morales... Hold on, let me scroll back up. You guys could probably see on the screen when the chat goes like this all crazy. Wait, we got a super chat? Where'd that go? Oh, we passed over super chat. How the hell did we pass all these? Yeah, there's a ton of comments coming in. All right, dude, guys, laugh out loud. I love you, Ronnie. That was funny as hell. Yes, I am clickbait prostitute, and we'll make that video. Thanks. I needed my spirits raised tonight. Go for it. If that's any clickbait ones, go clickbait crazy. I wouldn't have to say. If I just have to put my honest opinion, I think you're wrong doing clickbait with spoilers. You're only gonna bring negativity. If you want to do the clickbait with spoilers, do it with, like, the image is not actually a spoiler. Now, I could be wrong and you could blow up from doing that, but listen, it's up to you. It's up to you. I just feel like, from what I hear, your community will have like a real negative and it'll just turn into a spoiler. So if you want to keep it that way, I say go for it. But I think if you keep it the other way, where you give people the option, I think it might end up better. I wouldn't put spoilers in the damn thumbnail, but definitely rock out with the clickbait. Everyone on YouTube grows faster with clickbait, and I do get frustrated because, you know, a lot of fans will say, oh man, people were using clickbait, fuck that, but they still click on it. So no shit they're going to use clickbait, because people, and if you look at clickbait videos, you won't see a ton of comments where people are calling them out. You'll see a few, sure, but the majority are just like, oh, I got clickbaited, oh well. You know? Alright. I think Morales' family is dead. It explains his hardened nature. Oh, it could be. Oh, Nicole Rodriguez. Oh. We don't support the hoes here. Filthy sluts. Bye. I can't stand those YouTube channels. They send me messages, 10 messages a day. Hey, I'll shake my ass for you. Come say hi. And it's like, you're an idiot. only like 13-year-old kids will fall for that bullshit. I think Morales' family is dead. Yeah, it's possible. I'm trying to get it together. Maybe the baby is actually Shane's. Laugh my ass off. Do you think Morales knows what Negan did to Glenn? Yes. What is a wrench and how can you get one? It is it's a comment moderator, and you just ask to go on the list. It's going to be a while though, because we're looking through people. So just relax yourself. What did I do? Doesn't it make more sense for Morales to have ended up at Terminus or Woodbury? Yes, but not theme-wise. Theme-wise, from season 1 to, episode 1 to episode 100, callbacks from season 1, callbacks in season 8 with the, past the 100th episode. It's thematically, no, it's better that he is in the show now. As far as story-wise and being more realistic, yeah, it's more realistic that he ends up in Terminus or the Woodbury, 100,000%, definitely. Or, yeah, it makes more sense. Ronnie, do you think Morales will hand over Rick to the garbage people? No. Again, we saw that clip where he was walking away, so I don't think so. But it is possible. Now, Hans said maybe Negan is no longer inside the trailer. Now, I didn't think of that because I was assuming whether Negan was in the trailer or stuck in the sanctuary, he's surrounded anyway. So if Morales contacted Negan, and let's say he got out of the trailer, but he's still stuck in a sanctuary, Negan still can't do shit, not at this time. So it doesn't matter either way. So maybe he did call Negan, but Negan can't do anything yet. So, Ronnie, do you think we already did that? Ronnie, did you see my $5 chat? Yep, we got that one. Thank you very much for that. I didn't see the trailer yet. Canada doesn't put trailers after no, this is the trailer we saw last week. It was for this episode, and it's in the teaser. If you go watch the teaser from like a few weeks ago, it's in that too. Ronnie, The Walking Dead has not had an episode over 8.0 since episode 7-9. Is that a cause for concern or what? Pretty low bar if you ask me. That all depends on where you're getting your numbers. Are you getting it on like the whole of the internet? You know how they gather all the things? Because I disagree. I disagree with those. Clearly, the premiere this season was not below an 8.0. I'd have to say it's like an 8.5, definitely, or higher. And I don't trust those either because it's nice to get a gauge. But you'll get fans that barely care about the show, and they'll be like, oh, that episode was at 1, It's like, come on, you idiot. And that hurts the ratings a lot. So when you get a lot of fans being like, that was a 9, that was a 10, and then you got a handful of these fans that barely care, and they just want it to be, if it's not outstanding, it's dog shit, it hurts the ratings. So I don't think those are as accurate. It's nice to get a nice scope of what the viewer base wants, but it's not in my opinion, I don't give a damn about their ratings. There were multiple times people reloaded. He said I'm calling the Saviors back. I bet episode 6 would be Morales' story. Better not be. Just breathe. We're all Negan. Harness to Rage. Ronnie Blaze. I knew season 8 was going to be good so far. Do you think they're building something up for Heath? I hope so. I think Morales will die. He's not too important for the season. He's not, but Ronnie, Shitlicker sounded like he was having a water cooler convo at the office. Hey, man, I know you. You get transferred too? Yeah, what a dick. Like, he's either socially retarded or he's a dick. I can't wait for him to die. I can't wait. If he doesn't die, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be furious. Godzilla. What clip are you talking about where he's walking away? Is it a sneak peek? It's in one of the trailers. I don't know how else to put it. It's in a trailer. Let me see if I have a pic of the episode. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can go through all these. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know if I can go through all these images. As a matter of fact, hold on 1 second. I believe if you just look up season... Oh, fucking hell. Hold on 1 second. Season 8, episode 2. Images. Why aren't images showing up? Yeah, right there. It shows right up. Here, I'll show you. Open image. Yeah, if you type that in, it'll pop right up. Look, here's Rick. And he's walking away, and there's Daryl on the motorcycle. Come on. You know what? Let me put that there, and I'll change this here. Let me slide this over. You guys can still see me, right? Look, there's Rick, and there's Daryl on the motorcycle driving away. See how Rick is the bloody mess from the whatever? They showed that clip last week for the trailer. You guys see it, right? Hopefully you've seen it. Did you guys... Let me know if you saw that. But yeah, they showed that clip last week. shit. Oh, there it is. I just fucked everything up. Okay, are we back now? Fucking awesome. No question, just sending a little support. Oh, thank you very much, yo. I'm trying to get this set back up. Okay, there we go. Holy hell. Do you think it's possible? Thank you very much. Only Alyssa. We're going to get to your super chat. I think you're down here a little bit. Do you think it's a possibility that Morgan could, or Morales could be a part of the Sanctuary breakout, assuming Eugene actually takes the comic store? No. No, they attack the outpost immediately after. It's just impossible. Spin is raging with what? Who was the most badass character in tonight's episode? Morgan or Morgan? Nope, no way. Morgan. Do you think Rick telling Morales that Negan beat Glenn to death could aid in him becoming Rick's ally? Also, what will be Daryl's reaction? You know, I'd like it if Rick brought that up, you know? However, Morales coming off as like a real dick, I don't think he'll care. First episode was not, in big words, action-packed. I don't know who you're talking to. If you're talking to me about the first episode being good, I don't think I said it was action-packed. If I did say that, that's not what I meant. I meant it was good. You know, it was better. Yeah, I don't know. You're probably not talking to somebody. What is a wrench? How can I get it? I already answered that. The best was Morgan. Laugh out loud. Stranger Things cheered me up too. Oh yeah, Stranger Things, yo. How did you like the scene with Morgan on the fence? He said, "I don't die." Then he proceeded to literally stare death in the face. Yeah, that was pretty badass. The next episode, yeah, literally stare death in the face. I did like that. The next episode is called Monsters. You think we'll see the saviors be monsters, even though Negan, who is not present, says otherwise? You know, it doesn't have to deal with Negan per se, you know? They could say, we're not monsters, as far as their plea for killing the prisoners. And boom, there you go. Monsters in the title. How did you like this? Oh, we already did that. I forgot about the clip. Son of a bitch. I forgot about the clip. I hate it when they show a clip for next week's episode and it's not even in the episode. It's in another one. Yeah, now listen, in fairness, they don't do that a lot. But they did it this time, and I thought that was so strange, because they don't do that a lot on The Walking Dead. Will you ever grow your hair out and get a ponytail again? No. My daughter's begging me to grow my hair out, but I hate it. I hate it so much. I think I might grow it out a little bit for her for a few months, and then whatever. She's always nonstop, like, just, she hates having, she liked it when I buzzed my head after a while, you know, and then she was like, okay, no more, grow your hair back. I think I might just grow it back this winter a little bit and then be done with it. But when I end up cutting it again, when I shave it again, that's a wrap. It's gone. I'm not growing any back. I just can't stand hair. Like, I don't want to be bald completely, but I like it being close. I like it looking like stubble on my head. I hate dealing with hair. I want to wake up, you know, wash my head, and obviously in the shower with the rest of my body, and then be done with it. Ronnie, how shocked were you on a scale of 1 to 10 when you see You must have missed it. I wasn't shocked at all. You used to make fun of us when we asked you about him. Laugh out loud. Yeah, and I would still make fun of yous for asking about him, because he didn't come back then. He didn't come back in Terminus. He didn't come back in this. He didn't come back in that. I couldn't talk about it now, obviously, because of people putting spoilers in the frickin' thumbnails. Morgan had a kill streak going. Yes, he did. Morgan versus Jesus fight explained in episode 2. Yep, I already covered that. Do you think Morales' storyline is being utilized to push the ambiguity of who the villain is, Rick or Negan? I don't agree with this ambiguous propaganda, by the way. No, I don't agree with that at all. Action Pack, Gimbel's a lying fuck. For what? I liked episode 1. My dad hated it. I thought this episode had action in it. Go as far as saying action-packed? Sure, why not? I don't see how it's not action-packed. Action-packed doesn't mean from beginning to end non-stop battle, gunfire. I don't agree with that. I would say this and the first episode was, well, I don't know, it's rough. Action packed, sure. It's it's borderline, sure. Do you mean? Wait, here we go. Where are we at here? If Maggie's baby dies in the utero, do you think it could turn and eat? No, babies don't have teeth. They can't turn and eat. Unless you get that odd baby. I've heard of babies being born with full teeth, but I believe the common thing is babies are not born. They don't have teeth in the womb. So the idea of a baby eating its way out, to me, it's impossible. I wouldn't believe it. Oh, she just so happened to have a baby. I should look that up. I'll look that up later. Somebody on Google, look that up. How common is it for babies to have teeth? All right, Q&A. Hey, Ronnie, could I be a mod? Longtime fan, Brethren here. Since I will let you know. In when was I saying it? Yeah, I got a list here. You'll go on the list, but one thing I do ask, and this is one thing I'm looking for, is patience. You need to have patience to be a mod, and I notice the people who flip out and blow my phone up every single day. Can I be a mod? Let me be a mod. Yada yada yada. They always end up not working out. So one thing I'm gonna say: yes, be patient. You'll get there. How does Shiva know the enemy? And you don't have to do anything else. You're on the list. Yeah, I don't know how Shiva knows the enemy. I don't know, but she does. I wanted a trailer for episode 2, but it was from the entire half. Laugh out loud. They are taking a page out of Star Wars teasers. What do you think about the Ezekiel attitude in this episode? I think it was getting a little too cocky. You could see that Carol realized there's going to be casualties on both sides. Yeah, he was getting a little cocky. Do you think Morales could become the TV show Siddiq? No, they already revealed that the Hungry Traveler is Siddiq. Greg Nicotero confirmed that specifically in one of the interviews with Hollywood Reporter, I believe it was. All right, so we have Godzilla with a super chat. I forgot about that clip. I already did that. Godzilla's other super chat. Like last season, they made it seem like we would see Negan at Alexandria in episode 2 and 3, but we didn't see that until episode 4. Fuck that shit. Yeah, in last season, I know. I dropped my phone. Specifically, it irritated me because they knew it was a bottle episode and fans would be pissed. Or it would be better, not pissed, it would be better for ratings to lead fans on and make it seem like everyone's going to be in the episode. Last year was bad. Listen, if you got to lie about your previews, your structure of your show is wrong. It is. If you got to show previews like that, it's wrong. Because keep in mind, The Walking Dead always shows, unless it's for the mid-season, like the whole season returns, then they do the whole season trailer. When the mid-season premiere comes, they do the trailer for what's in the back half. But the rest of the time, they always show the trailer, the teaser, for the next episode. It's the common thing. And then when they show bottle episodes and they put a wrong teaser there, I disagree with that. So much so where it is annoying. Anyway, so, Ronnie, going back to the satellite outpost was badass. Yeah, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I really wish they showed Andy dying, because think about this. Andy was there and survived the first hit on that outpost. And I think if we got more of his death, in a little 20-second scene of having him die, it just connects more. Like the second time going to the outpost gets him killed. It's like, there's something about that I like. Do you know my mercy prevails over my wrath is from the Quran? Yes, yep. I truly like the writing Eric says he feels like the writing is lacking. The only moment I felt was when Rick caught himself in the mirror. That was heavy shit. It's truly lacking anymore. Well, that writing was in the episode. You can't have every moment, especially when it is the strategy war stuff. You're not going to have every moment like that. I don't know what you're expecting with those war moments. And this is where I will, you could hate the entire episode. The one moment where I'm like, nope, you're nuts. You are crazy, insane. That was awesome. Is the pinning them in and killing their people. And that was great writing. That was fantastic writing. And it's a great moment. It falls in line with the world, the stories, the characters, the moment. That was perfect. And I disagree that a lot of the episodes should be the heavy Rick moments. You got to have the lead up and all that. You know, you got to have a lot of different moments. Have a vacuum. You need to do more homework. Wait, what? Ratings do not happen in a vacuum. You need to do more homework. Ooh, what was that about? Yeah, let me see. I can't find it anyway. All right, let me go down to the thing. We got to refresh. There's so many questions we have to refresh. Melanie Grimes. Ooh, what did you delete? Let's see here. Oh, we're blocking you. All I see is all I see is mid-season of death. Oh, I can't erase that. I blocked that person. Oh, damn, I can't erase that. No one look over there. Oh, come on. That's what I'll do. I'll skim things. If I see certain words in a thing, I'll know. Don't even read the rest. Hey, Ronnie, just wanted to thank you and your team for keeping this channel spoiler-free. First time big moment. First time a big moment has been spoiler-free in a long time. And that's another thing. We added, well, thank you very much for enjoying it, but we added 4 other mods. If anyone's going to talk about rumors or spoilers or rumors based on spoilers, guys, don't, because we're blocking everyone. Just don't. It's not even worth it. If Shiva dies, we riot. Dwight is playing along. Dwight is still playing along. I think so. Why is Jake from State Farm timed out? I don't know. Where's Jake from State Farm? Let's see what he said. Do some modding instead of blocking me for telling someone spilling words to shut up. Oh, I guess we got some beef going on. Yeah, why is he timed out for that? Out by Brandy Lynn. How about doing some modding instead of... Yeah, guys, the mods aren't going to... Lay off. The mods aren't going to see... Yeah, Brandy, I wouldn't have blocked them for that. Don't block people just for being dickish, dickheaded-ish. No, we only block in the drastic instances where it's, either racism or being vulgar or just being stupid or whatever. But as far as Jake from State Farm, relax. Mods can't catch everything, and I don't want anyone blaming the mods because they can't pick up everything. They're not going to catch everything. So just relax with it. Brandon Lynn, he's whining about people on mod questions. Yeah, let him go. If they put up one thing, just don't worry about that. If he's constantly going, oh, this, that, and the third, yeah, you got to shut him down. But if he says 1 or 2 things, who cares? If anyone says 1 or 2 things, who cares? I personally really enjoyed it. It may not have the whole action, but it was a really good episode in my personal opinion. I hope the King Ezekiel does not die so soon, especially because he motivates his people. Yeah, I like that motivation stuff with him. I don't think he's going to die. I don't think he's going to die yet. The leaders need to see it out, at least for most of the war. Q&A, the picture Rick found right before Morales showed up is a pic of Morales and his wife. Yes, I do believe so. I think that's even maybe a similar pic to season 1 if they had a picture or showed one. It could be the same pic. I don't remember if they showed one though. Do you think that Alexandria would be better in the war if Abraham was still alive? Oh, they'd all be better. Yeah, they'd all be better. Is it weird to have a baby's name on the wall? Nope, my daughter's name is hanging above her bedroom. Actually, yeah, yep, it's right when you walk in. It's something we got at the fair. It's a little like poster with characters on it. Infinite Gaming. Who do you think will be a mother figure to Judith? I'm not sure. She doesn't need one. I mean, Michonne, she's there. Do you think Morales will join Rick's group? It's possible. It's possible. I'd rather see him die, though. So wait, did Dwight tell them the gun stash was on the top floor so that way they would see the baby of Morales? What the heck happened there? No. Dwight said that that building is where they had the gun stash. Rick and Daryl couldn't find it on the lower floor, so they said, oh, it's got to be up, and then when they went up, I think they checked out a floor and they didn't find anything, they said, so they went up another floor, and that's where the baby and stuff was. Do you like the Morales? Do you like the Morales? No, listen, I don't like or hate Morales. To me, it's an unmemorable character. It was just some dude from season 1, I'm take it or leave it with him. I don't know. I don't understand what the big thing is with Morales. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't see it. Same thing with Barb, though, from the Stranger Things. I think fans online blow things up more than they should be, and I think people should realize that, or not people, but creators should realize that. Like, if Gimple legitimately wanted to bring Morales back for that, fine. But if he only brought Morales back because the online community was blowing it up, that's a bit weak. You know, because online community memes shit. You know, that's fun. It's funny. You know, they memed Barb to death because it's funny, not because they really want Barb to come back. I'm sure there's some that do, but they're crazy. Don't listen to them. All right. One of my criticisms of the show and characters of Francine not getting any dialogue. Oh, they could have gave her some. Ronnie, I follow spoilers. So can I be a mod for the lives of spoiler free? Fora de Hora. Yeah, I got you back because I know you. So you'll probably be cleared pretty easy. I got you on the list. Just block them. Got it. Do you think we went through Daryl's head when he saw that handcuff and half-eaten sandwich Merle flashback? I covered that already, but I think it's possible. So were Rick and Daryl in the sanctuary looking for guns? No, they weren't in the sanctuary at all. They were in a different outpost, but yes, they were looking for guns. Why is Morales evil now? Rick was his homie. I don't know. Shit went down with him, so... Q&A, is it just me or does Rosita need to be in this war? She deserves to. Yes, I will say that. Now, they're saving Rosita, and keep in mind, we're getting 4 episodes of action. Rosita and Michonne are going to go somewhere. We know that by the trailer. And maybe that's when Rick gets caught. Rosita and Michonne go out and, I don't know, look for something. I feel Rosita should be in the fight. But she got shot, though, keep in mind. And I want them to stick with injuries, and I want it to be realistic, not like Daryl gets shot, bleeds out, and then fucking punches Negan. It's like, oh, come on. Do you think the Bullet Factory will come into play later in the war? Yes, I do. Mind checking me for modhood? Yeah, guys, we're done with the mods. I have a list here. I'll write you down, but you're the last one. If anyone else asks, I will ask you guys later if we need more mods. But for now, I'm done. Infallible. Because like I said, I got a list that's a whole page long. You know, a whole page long. I'm done. I thank you for everyone offering. I just need some time to check it out. Do you think Negan will have any personal interaction with anyone like Carl? Who will it be? Yeah, sure. They've got a whole season. They'll have something. I don't think they're going to sit down and chit chat, but I think there's going to be something. Eric needed to go. He is the worst actor. Oh, I don't think Eric is a bad actor. I haven't seen enough to, his range is incredible, but I wouldn't say, just off the little bit we have seen, I wouldn't say he's a bad actor. No, I wouldn't say that at all. Can they wear jerseys? I don't know who's shooting who and who's on what side. Can they wear jerseys? Well, they have the armbands. I mean, a lot of times you can either see characters we know or armbands. It was pretty clear. I didn't have any problem finding, staying along with it. All right, so the odds of a baby being born with teeth is about 1 in 2,000. Yeah, see that? No. no baby turning into a zombie and eating his way out of the mom. I love Ronnie and State Farm. Wait, what? And saving people from money and wearing khakis. Oh, all right, nice. I've been quiet for a long time now. You'll find out it's not that easy. What? I agree with previous statements about side characters not getting enough dialogue. As soon as the other gay guy started getting a lot of screen time this episode, I knew he was done for. Do you think Shiva will die? Yeah, I think it is easier to go on without having to spend money on CGI, so I think Shiva must die, just based off of that alone. Why do you stream so early? The show doesn't even start for 6 minutes. Because it aired already on the East Coast. It aired for us. I can't wait for it to air anywhere else, because if I said, well, you know what, I'll wait till it airs in the I don't know where you're at. It aired already in California. I don't know where you're at. Oh no, maybe it didn't, because California's 3 hours behind, something like that. I can't wait, because if I wait for the next one, not only will it be so late, I'm not getting any sleep, because keep in mind, I got to wake up every day with a kid, make her breakfast, get her ready for school, take her to school every single morning without break. So I can't wait. And then if I waited, people in the UK would be like, well, can't you wait a whole day and then we'll do it? So unfortunately for now, how it has to go is when it airs in the East Coast, I do it 20 minutes after, half an hour after. And then if anyone from different countries in different time zones, you're just gonna have to catch it when it's rerunning, like not live, But yeah, I don't know. I would, in a perfect world, it would air everywhere at the same time. We wouldn't have that problem. But I just can't wait. It has to go when it's hot. I agree with previous statement about side characters not. I already did that shit. I'm far from a newbie. All right, what's up, Ronnie boy? What's up? Download the torrents online 2 minutes after it airs on the East Coast. Yeah, see that? Go to torrents. Morales' complete fan service. Yes, I agree with that. I wasn't. Oh, all right. The best part of the episode was the action and Morgan. Eric Summers, what was up with that chick just like surrendering when she realized they didn't need to push them back and just going to let them die? Yeah, I talked about that earlier. She didn't put up a strong defense at all. Not at all. Even downloading the show, I can't download it till 7:10 and start at 7:30. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I feel your pain in different time zones, but there's just nothing I can do about that. Ronnie, why don't you have a poster of Gerard Butler and Ellen Page behind you? Why do you have a poster of Gerard Butler? I guess by your smiley face, you're joking. That is definitely not Gerard Butler. His nose doesn't look like that at all. And sure, it's not easy. Laugh out loud. The comments fly by. Yeah, the comments are nuts. Ronnie, in a good way. I want Ronnie to answer this. What % chance do I have of becoming a mod? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I'll look into it. I do know right now, I would put you on the waiting list. But we get, I don't know if you're a guy or girl, we get flooded with comments, and you snapped out just 2 weeks ago because I answered like 50 of your questions right in a row. And then I was like, okay, because that's when you were putting a question every 3 seconds. And I answered you back to back to back to back. And I said, you know what? I got to get to other people. And you snapped out about it. What if you snap out as a mod and I don't like this guy. I'll just da-da-da-da. I'd have to wait and see. Let me get used to you a little bit. I hate sounding like a dick, but I'll be honest, I'm not just making anybody a mod. I mean, I want to look at the people who I know, that are patient, they can handle doing this, and this. And if I make someone a mod and they end up not working, I have no problem telling them that. Either relax or, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, let's see what we got here. All right, Spin asked, how did you feel about the panning of faces in the beginning and end of the show? I thought this is going to piss some people off. Listen, I will say in the very beginning, I was like, okay, I'm liking this. But by the end of it, they had that moment with Morales, then they went to the faces, and then I felt like it dragged on too long. I liked it in the beginning, and then in the end, I was like, okay, you got the show going, the ending's coming, and then it's just like the slow faces. I'm not going to lie, I got frustrated. I was a little bit annoyed at the end. And if they would have burned through that a little quicker, I think I would have been fine. But I just felt like it was filling out that runtime, which is disappointing because you could have put anything, literally anything. A bit off topic, but did Rick Grimes' brother die? I don't know if he has a brother on the show. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. Darn, I can't watch your stream live from the start. I stream, but I can't download till 7 and watch at 7:30. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now we're gonna have other live streams, but after the episode, there's nothing I can do about that. We're also gonna kick off. I couldn't do it this week, but next week we're kicking off the new Patreon platform structure. I'll tell you guys right now, it's gonna be every Thursday, every first Thursday and last Thursday of a month. The $1 and the $5, I think. I'll put it up later this week, and I'll show you on Patreon. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to post that. Dude, guys, so that way you guys know on Patreon, a set time, twice a month for the Q&As, the Q&A live streams. All right, dude, guys, do you think fans are too impatient with the character arcs? Everyone shits on Father Gabriel, now they act like they were always fans. Everyone shits on Morgan, now they love Morgan in a split second. I think that's a tad unfair. That's a tad unfair. We don't know, which fans are loving or hating and how quick they turn. If Gabriel pisses us off in episode 9, and does something that makes us love him in episode 12, we did what you said, and that's not fair to say that's wrong, you know? The way you said that, now they love him in a split second. All it takes is a split second. You know, when Gabriel did his shit, it was like, oh, you asshole. But the moment he's like, listen, man, I got Judith. Let me do this. And then he went out and he fought. I love him now. It's all forgiven, bro. We're good, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. But I will say there are fans that are impatient with the character arcs. Absolutely. All of them or most of them, I don't know. Maybe not most of them, but definitely some. Javin said, "Hey Ronnie, how do you feel about Kirkman setting up Carl as the final antagonist? All for it, or do you hate the idea? Shit, maybe Carl will be the one to kill Rick." I hate that idea. I hate the idea of turning Carl bad. I just don't like it. Dude, guys, is your channel a joke? I looked on there. There are spoilers in the thumbnails. Are they jokes? No, don't listen. Don't anyone from the Matt family go to Dude Guy's channel if you don't want spoilers. And I have no problem giving advice. I have no problem whoop-de-whoop because Dude's watching and supporting and stuff. But I'll be honest right now. He openly admitted, so I know I'm not lying, you know. If you are not into spoilers, do not go to his channel. But if you are, there you go. I think he does. I think he does spoilers. Smoke that pipe, man. I'm not. Well, I mean, I think he does them consistently. Not like, oh, I did one spoiler. I'm not after her. Laugh out loud. Just said she's beautiful. She called me Char, though. I feel special. Oh, you are a dude. Charmander. Negan. Best part of the episode was Morales. Now that's a goddamn lie. Do people actually like Morales? I think so, but I have no idea why. Ronnie, have you seen the title for episode? No, I don't look into the titles ahead of time. Only because 9 times out of 10 they're wrong. I'm sure the one you got is right. I would imagine, but I got frustrated with titles probably around season 5 or 6, and I just gave up. Let me explain those, because if I'm constantly getting sent titles and let me interpret that, and then I find out 2 days later it's not that title, it's this title, and it's this synopsis, it's not that synopsis, it's an absolute complete waste of my time, and it's just not fun. So I don't even you put a name there, yeah, you know, it's neat. Yeah, I don't even know if that is a real title. That just sounds silly. I don't know. This episode finally got me excited for The Walking Dead again. Well, that's what's up. When should Gregory die? Season 9. He's a massive dick, but Father Gabriel's not going to throw him under the bus. It's not Father Gabriel's style, so it's not going to happen now. Unless he does, then it will be different. The pretty girl in the beginning was mad annoying. Was so happy when she died. Yep. I love these streams, but what do you think of Morales' return? Do you like it now? Well, you can rewind this fucking stream. I don't like it, but I'm happy for the actor. I don't think it's horrible, though. You know? What's up, Morales? I like the episode. In your opinion, what do you think of this? What do you think the episode lacked? It didn't lack much for what it needed to be. You know, it's not an episode 3 or an episode 4, an episode this. A little bit more of the slower scenes could have been trimmed and focused more with the war aspect of the. It's hard to put into words. You know, because they have the running around, a little bit more of the war aspect and the strategy to it. It's hard to put into words, though, because I don't just mean, guys shooting a gun. I mean the maneuvering and the holding off and the gunfire. A little bit more of that in the slower one takes, I think, would have made the episode a lot better, or a little bit better. But it's fine without it. It's one of those type of things. All right. I like this episode. In your opinion, Morales meme, loose ends make my ass itch. I'm so close to dropping the show. They literally just worked a meme into the show. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a bit ridiculous, especially with the distance, but I don't think it's bad enough to drop the show. I disagree with that. Just went back to watch the beginning of the stream. So funny to hear you slam Trev. But I didn't hear from him first. It was someone else. They just wanted him back because he's from season 1. Yeah. Jake Rosino. Where are we at? Damn it. It moved again. Ronnie, Kirkman mentions that Negan's backstory will be showcased this season. Do you believe that the second half of season 8 will be entirely focused on that? No way. There's no way. A whole back half? I don't think so. They could incorporate it here and there in a couple episodes or do one episode, but no way is it going to be a whole back half. I love your rants when people basically ask you to repeat everything they've already said on the live stream. Yeah. And listen, guys, if I'm like, oh, fuck you, you're a dick, da-da-da, unless I'm dead serious, I'm joking around. And that's another thing I will say openly. If you're too sensitive for that, this is not the channel for you. Because I love being able to seriously be like, fuck you, go rewind the shit. But also let you know that I don't care. I'm not mad at you. I'm not holding a grudge. Because that's how I normally am. So, and I would like to just be more natural. A lot of times I reserve, who I am because I'm like, they're not going to understand my comedy. I'm real, whatever, fuck you. As far as the people jumping in, yeah, that annoys the piss out of me. I love you all, but it annoys the shit out of me. People will jump into the chat after an hour and a half and they'll be like, hey Ronnie, tell me exactly what you said an hour and a half ago. And it's like, just rewind it, you fucking bastard. Do you think Morales hurt Rick in some way? No. You mean his feelings? I hope not. Rick is not a bitch like that. That was Eduardo from the Hilltop. If it was a true bigger fool than I already thought he was. Oh man, do you think Morales is gonna die next episode? I think it's possible. Bring Morales back. Okay, let's skip the goddamn Morales questions. Charmander, do you seriously not know who Charmander is? Not too big of a deal, but have you never seen I hate Pokemon. I am not interested in Pokemon whatsoever, so no, I don't know what Charmander is. I didn't come up in the time of Pokemon. I think I was a little older when that came out, so I totally, or no, maybe that's not, because I know people older than me that I grew up on Pokemon. I've never seen it when I was growing up. I knew of it. I knew other people liked it. But I couldn't tell you if it was a cartoon, a card game, a video game. I don't know what it was. I just know it's all of that now. But I have no interest in Pokemon. Should big deaths be used in ways that are a little more dramatic, or do you think some big characters should be killed fast, shot to the head style, while walking or something like that? It all depends. I think both. I think you should be dramatic. It should be dramatic, drawn out. Some of it should be predictable because some of the gut-wrenching aspects of those deaths are in, oh my God, it's about to happen 10 seconds before it happens. And it's all different. It's all different. Some deaths are just like, boom, oh my God. Some deaths are painful, or not painful, but memorable, because of how nonchalant it's like. You know what I mean? How realistic it is. A guy walks up to another guy, just pop, 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 body falls, pop, 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 and then the camera just slowly pans into the dead body, and it's like, oh my God, that was fuck. You know? That's actually a good question, maybe. Chris Rambo said, and no he didn't, because it scrolled all the way down. Let's try to find his comment again. That's why I don't say people's names when it's close to the bottom, because it's like... There we go. Ronnie, do you think it would be cool to see Rick and Simon get in a fist fight? Sure. If they did, do you think it would be a good fight or an easy win? I think it would be a real good fight. Simon's got some muscle on him. Is Negan name a last name or a first? We don't know yet. Eduardo, dude, guys, I just remember intense hate for Morgan in season 6. Oh yeah, Morgan had a lot of hate. Eduardo Garcia, everyone's side of the story got unsatisfying ending except for Carol and Ezekiel. Do you think the kingdom will have the most casualties while everyone else fixes their problems? Yep. Just based off of the trailer for the next episode. Ronnie, if Morales doesn't die, do you think they will give him an important comic role? I hope not. He doesn't belong there. Negan, a fucking awesome psychopath. I think season 9 should have an episode titled Here's Negan, where Negan is contemplating I don't know about that. We'll have to discuss that another day. I'm not all that sold about that idea. To be honest, they really just needed to kill somebody at the compound. Just being passive is stupid. Would have been more impactful to have killed them to show the real stakes at hand. I'm good with what they did. They could have killed him or not. It would have just ate up more story time and screen time, and we'd end up where we are now anyhow. Sorry for another Morales question, but do you think we will get an episode where we see what he's been through? No, we could. I just don't want it. Does the use of cars multiple years after gasoline being produced bother you? Yes, it is annoying. What kind of death would you want for Jared Shitlicker? A painful one at the hands of Morgan, definitely. I don't remember Morales. No one else does either. They just pretend to. I honestly wanted Morales back and never thought I'd see him as a meme. Will Rick break down crying over Morales' betrayal? I don't think so. I don't think so. The one dude that opened the garage looked so much like Jim Carrey, maybe a son. Laugh out loud. Oh, I didn't think that at all. Pokemon was going back in 2006. Oh, shit. I was prison 2006. I wasn't playing no fucking Pokemon. That was unintended. Stranger Things Season 2. Hell yeah. I got a little Stranger Things. This shit, I like this shit. I gotta go jogging, though, man. I gotta lose some of that dad bod going on. Holy fuck. It's up to you. Have you lined up any other interviews with cast members? No, nothing official. But around episode 6 or 7, I'm going to set a couple up, maybe 2 or 3, for the in-between. I'd like to get them there. I don't want to reach out now and be like, hey, let's do that interview. Let's wait a month, you know? So, but we will have at least 1, possibly 3 in the off season. Melanie Grimes, Jack Frost, just kidding. Haha, I don't know what that means. Pokemon is for children. I agree. Talk about Stranger Things. No. This is I already did 9 videos of Stranger Things. Jesus Paul came off his week. If didn't plan to kill the Saviors, he should have stayed. Stated that to Rick and the other leaders before he went off the mission. You would think they would talk about, what do we do with prisoners? You're going into war. People are going to give up. You'd think that would be something they would mention. All right, I always figured it out to be a last name by the way it sounds. Yeah, I never really knew what Negan's name is, at first or last. All right, where are we at here? Oh shit, yeah, all right. We're gonna wrap this up now. I really appreciate everyone coming out. I'll burn through whatever's on the screen though. Now that they brought back Morales, will they bring back the Vatos and the old people? No, the Vatos are 600 miles away. 1, 2, they're dead. Canon, they're dead. I gotta find the interview. But I think it's Greg Nicotero talks about them being dead. They had to cut it because there wasn't enough time to air the episode with that in it. But officially in canon, they are dead. Okay? So, no Vatos. None. And even if they did bring them back, now we're getting super ridiculous with it. First off, they're dead. Second off, they're 600 miles away. It's bad enough suspending our disbelief for Morales. But the Vatos and the old people too, that's not going to happen. Alright, so should they stop having Simon act like Trevor from GTA? Because at this point he's just Trevor but renamed Simon and possibly not dead depending on how you ended it. No, I don't care. No, keep going with Simon how he is. Do you think bringing Morales coming back was pandering to the... Yes, in a little bit, yes it was. It tie up loose ends. Wait, it does... It tie up loose ends for you? No, I don't care about that. That's a character, a survivor. We don't need to know the ending story to every single survivor. We can have a couple that we don't know about. And the only time I care about the loose end is when they hype up someone, like in Fear Season 2. Oh, look at this survivor. We're going to add them to the cast. And they add them for like half an episode and that's it. I think that's where I'm like, no, that's dumb. Bring them back. Do you think... no, we did that. I remember Morales. He left with his family before Rick left for CDC. Yeah, that was him. Do you think Simon will find out Dwight is helping the Saviors? You know what? I think on the TV show they're going to do something where somebody finds out and it's a race to stop them from spreading the news, you know? Another episode without Rosita. You sigh... I party. Woohoo! I fucking can't stand Rosita. I only watched Stranger Things Season 2's premiere so far. We'll get going. Q&A. Do you think the skinned walker that Ezekiel's men found was skinned by the Whisperers? I'll have to go back and look. It looked bloated, not skinned to me. With that being said, I hope not. That is stupid. You skin them while they're alive? That's dumb. I'll go back and look at that. But if it is, I hope that's... awful. Rick may not be sad, but do you think he's disappointed? Well, yeah, he's disappointed. Sure, I think he's disappointed. I wouldn't say he's sad, though. I would say he's disappointed, yeah. Your dad bod is fine. Laugh out loud. Stop it. You just earned yourself some points. If Rick is captured, who could be in charge? It doesn't really matter. Maggie, Maggie. Dadbot is hot, but you do you. Yeah, I hear that is a thing now. Dadbot is like the in thing. I don't believe that for a minute. I know it is though. But what a waste would that be? The governor was actually an important main character. Yeah, I lost your question. So, is Tobias going to be in the crossover? I have no idea. I don't think so. They can't go small with it. It's got to be big. But if it's too big, it's taken away from the story that they're doing. The one black guy helping with Aaron looked just like the guy from the prison who was killed at Woodbury. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. Godzilla says, Ronnie, do you think Comic Jesus would have handled the guy with Tara the way TV Jesus did, or do you think that's just TV Jesus being normal pussy way? You know what? That's a good question. Would Comic Jesus take prisoners like TV Jesus? You know, I don't think they dealt with prisoners in the comic book. I would have to say, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, Comic Jesus did go out and find people. Comic Jesus does stand up for people, does help people, does, you know, he's not as cold-hearted. He's down with it when it comes to the facts and what needs to get done, but he's not cold-hearted like that. So I don't know. I think it's good to put that up for debate. But I think he might have done what TV Jesus did. Maybe, you know? Alright, so what would you like to see in the next episode? Oh, I'm good with the funding going on, you know? Yeah, we got people throwing GoFundMes on the damn thing. Get that shit out of here. For the next episode, just continue with the action and hitting the outposts. I do want to peek in and see what's going on at the Sanctuary. Either in episode 3 or 4. You know, hopefully 3. That's what I want to see. Bring back Morales was too far gone. Yeah, I can see your point, but they didn't die. Ask a girl. Do you think Shiva looked fake? No, I think Shiva's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Wait, what? Talking Dead's memoriam has never been wrong before, right? I think it's time we trust it 100%. Yeah, I don't know why you're bringing that up, but no, I don't think it's ever been wrong before. Unless maybe 1 or 2 times where they purposefully fooled us or tried to fool us. But so far, I don't think so. I don't even think they put up Glenn's on there, right? Alright, who do you think would be the biggest death this season? If Judith ends up dying, it's possible. She'd be the biggest. Other than Judith, Morgan, they're laying it on thick with I Don't Die, and there's something there. I want to wait for the analyzed video. There's something there with Morgan that touched me the right way. Spin 2020 said Dad Bod's rock. Well, it doesn't feel like a rock. Feels more like water in a garbage bag, but I'll take your word for it. The Arrow crossover this year will suck. Who cares about Arrow? Why do you think they changed Jesus in the show? Because they got too many characters that are the rugged, hardcore, yada yada yada. I still see Jesus as like that rugged mountain man type, like bigger build, taller. Like they went a totally different way, and I think maybe that was to balance out the cast. Or Thomas Paine just blew them away with his version of Jesus, you know. So they were like, "Nah, that's the one." Ronnie, do you think Morales knew about Rick being out there and alive when they attacked the first outpost back in season 6? I did get the vibe that he knew about Rick. Maybe he heard the name, heard a little bit about him, and knew it was the same guy. I did get that feeling. All right, what do you got? Morales was just fan support. That's possible. That's possible. Ronnie, do you think somebody huge needs to die? No, I don't ever think anyone needs to die. I never believe that. This episode was good, but had too much filler, in my opinion. Ronnie, do you think Eugene's bullet compound storyline will be given to him or someone else? I think it has to go to him. It has to. It needs to. It should. Charmander. They didn't show Glenn with the dumpster thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. They didn't, did they? Because they fucking knew. Same thing with Judith in season 4, I believe. I don't remember those. I just remember that yeah, there's no reason you shouldn't trust a memoriam. Just be cautious in case they do one day try to trick you up. Oh, spin. Not just any dad bod, your dad bod. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I still want to jog though. I miss working out. It's been a few years. I miss it though. You get your blood flowing. You get time to think and just you feel real good. I miss that. Well, I didn't get my question answered, so I guess I'll just leave. See you guys next time. Sad face. This is another thing that pisses me off. It's so many questions. It's hard. But the perfect opportunity right here, right now, I'm reading your shit. And if you would have just said, well, here's my question, and then put that, well, you haven't answered it yet, so I'm leaving. Torek, I would have got you right now. Damn you! And that's another reason why I put the chat on screen. If you see me scroll past it, or if you see that it's been going on a while, throw your question back up. It ain't going to harm nobody. Hey, Ronnie, what do you think of Maggie's reaction is going to be when she comes face to face with Gregory? I think she's going to be pissed. Watch my video I uploaded earlier today. I think she's probably going to do something similar to that. Do you think that the tiger is kind of ridiculous? It kind of ruins the vibe. Yes. For everyone who says the tiger's ridiculous and it pulls them out of it, I definitely feel your pain on that one. For me, it is borderline. See that, people? It's on screen. The dad bod rocks. I feel you. If it's too much for you, I know what you mean. I definitely know. I think for me it's borderline. At times it works, and then at times it's like, okay, you're getting close. Daddy Sports asks if I'm still a fan of the time jumps. Yes, if done right, but we need to see it play out. It hasn't finished yet. We got to see how it comes back around. Ronnie trying to itch, but totally flexing. Haha. I really didn't do it that time. I don't even remember itching. I feel that if Morales was really with the Saviors for a long time, he would have told Negan some stuff about Rick so that Negan would push his buttons. That all depends if they even talk, though. Avery, Morgan, I can guarantee will die, but Rick will honor his memory by using a jail cell. That's the most cop-out prediction ever. Everyone's saying that. Did Morgan fake out death? I don't think they did a fake out death with Morgan. Well, maybe if you count the couple minutes, maybe. If I didn't count that, I didn't believe he was dead. No way, no how. McFarlane needs to make a Morales figure now. No, what they need to do is make a damn rotted pumpkin field base, a long one for the Stranger Things figures, and then people can get the figs and set them down on that pumpkin shit base, with the pumpkin field, that or a statue with the rotted pumpkins and a big Demogorgon and shit. Yeah, I don't want to see Shiva too much, just a few seconds every couple episodes, or I will get worried. I'm the same way. I'm good with that. Too much more and it yanks you out of it. Every time Ronnie agrees with me, it's a gratifying experience. You're welcome. Where are we at here on the last few? Ronnie, would Morales have shot Rick straight up if he couldn't remember his name? Also, do you think Simon dying before episode 8? I think we need to be rewarded. I think Rick probably would have tried to bring him, I think Morales probably would have tried to bring him if he knew that was the leader of, and the bad guys and Negan wanted him, of their bad guys. No, I don't think Simon should die early. I think he should die later on. Low key, I thought Rick was gonna finesse the baby. Finesse the baby. You mean finish the baby? All right, let me see what we got. So you think one more flashback for how it play out in mid-season finale? Yeah, I do think we'll get one more or two more, and then it'll connect to the mid-season finale, or maybe even after the mid-season finale. Do you think they could kill Carol instead of Shiva? No way. So that Ezekiel really gets shocked and loses his cockiness for a while. No, I think it's beneficial to take Shiva out. Worry about Carol later on as far as the story wise. I've lost 105 pounds, but I don't have kids, so I got time to work out. Oh, that's what's up. That is what's up. Eat and jog and eat. I'm doing it and at work. Yeah, I think some people, it depends on your situation, but I have a fast metabolism. If I get up and go, I shred it quick. And I think that's one positive thing that I'm always good with. When I was younger, it was harder to put on just like bulk of muscle. I don't know. My body, it does it weird because I used to lift weights with a lot of people that worked out but put bulk muscle on. And if I keep at it, I can lift what they lift or more, and they're bigger guys. But my body, my muscles wouldn't, grow big. They would just get real toned. So I always stayed small. But when it comes to burning fat, luckily I burn it fast. If I stay true to it, a couple months and I'll be right down to 165 or something. So I ain't worried, but I just got to do it. Why do you hate Trev Chan too, Ronnie? Well, I don't hate him. I find these questions to be ridiculous baiting. I don't hate any YouTuber unless I know them or know of them, I can't hate someone I don't know. Do I dislike some things people do? Yes. He put a shitty spoiler in his thumbnail, and he's a dick for that. Just because someone's a dick doesn't mean you hate them. So, but I find your question to be baiting and ridiculous. I need help. They're taking it too long for the next episode. Go watch Stranger Things. You and those pumpkins. Yes. 8 straight episodes, sub 8.0 on IMDb. Not a fluke. People are tough on blah, blah, blah. Well, they still have kick-ass ratings. Thoughts? I just went over this. Please rewind the damn live stream. My thoughts will not change just because you said Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. The opinions are the same. Literally everything I said for 5 minutes about the rating system online, it's still the same. Please rewind it and listen to that again. Q&A, do you think Morales was there for the lineup when Glenn and Abe met the Bat? I don't think so. I'd be surprised if he was. Ronnie, do you agree with Jesus or Tara? Tara. But I understand the Jesus shit, but I would have been all for taking them all out. All right, so last couple here, and then we really got to rock and roll. When do you think we'll see Heath and Sherry later on in the season? Now that they've brought back Morales, they can do a dramatic return so many times in one season. They can only do a dramatic. No, Sherry and Heath, it's different. They're in the same area. So I don't even count them being the same. They're still in this area. Morales was 600 fucking miles away. That's ridiculous. It would have been great if Rick forgot Morales' name. Oh, yeah. I would have loved that if he was like, wait a minute. I watched The Flash. That's my motivation for running and getting a treadmill. Also, losing weight is motivation enough. Yep. I have a question. Are you a fan of The Walking Dead? Never mind. I looked at your background. Yep. We need that 7-inch articulation on the Walking Dead figures. Like I seen on Stranger Things 1. Just like the 5-inch articulation. Yeah, they need articulation. I think McFarlane Toys is really starting to realize that because the figures they're making just aren't moving. What's your day job? A painter, which is iffy right now. Yeah, work's been a little touch and go. Matt and Trev crossover? Nope. Q&A. Do you think there's space for the babies on the show? No. They're not important to the story. They don't do nothing. You can show the babies and then have someone take care of them, but we don't need them. Was Rick crying in that last part? Rick gets emotional in these moments. I don't think he's crying for Morales, but I think he is emotional in this moment that they've come so far. He has survived. There is a feeling he feels. I think he's possibly angry as well, or he's still reeling from the baby, the baby situation. So. Just tie a car seat to Shiva and Judith will be safe. That would be fucking awesome. All right. Is the fat guy with the axe dying in the next few episodes? I think he called Jerry or so. I think he's on the chopping block as a definite maybe. Sorry, I thought it was being homophobic. I thought he was being homophobic. I don't know who you're talking to. Do you think Rick is going to be pissed at Jesus? No, I don't think he'll be pissed. I think he might disagree, but I don't think he'll be pissed. When do you think you'll see Heath and Sherry now that we're brought back? Oh, we already did those. Does anyone know if they'll ever reduce the price for the Red Top group? Oh, he's reduced everywhere. You can go to Toys R Us and buy them for $11. You can go to the one Target near me, completely took them off the shelves and chucked them. All right. Do you think Morales will die? If so, who do you think will kill him? I'm hoping he dies soon, probably by Rick. That'd be fine. I haven't been his wife and kids kill. Yeah, his wife and kids are probably dead. So, does anyone know if they will ever reduce? Yeah, awesome shirt. Just been watched season 2. Roddy, I gotta paint my ceiling. Got any tips? Your ceiling. Good luck, bro. just don't overwet your roller. You'll be fine. I mean, it's no big deal. Just don't overwet your roller. Just put a little. You know how obviously you're using a roller, right? Whether you're doing a step stool or a long brush, instead of coating the roller, which is easy for the wall, you know how a roller's round. Just get the paint on the one side. You'll have to dip more, but just get it on. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Just get it on the one side and then roll, and you're good to go. Go slow though. Don't have it splattering all over the damn place. If that's what you're talking about, though, using rollers, because that is annoying. I heard you talking about building muscle. I don't know. I heard you mention that. But if you are trying to get huge, no, I'm not trying to get huge. You have to eat a lot more too. Yeah, I know a lot. I used to be into a lot of that. I know exactly what I need to do, and what I'm not doing is putting on weight. I don't want to be huge. I've never liked the idea of being huge, and I want to avoid that. What do you think about Jesus Says to Tara? What do you think about Jesus Says to Tara? I think we went over that. Go to bed. You look tired. Yeah, I'm going to bed. We're also starting to get all the same repeat questions, so let me see what time we're at. Oh my God, we're at 2 hours. How do I do this? What time is it? 12:30? Yeah, we got to shut it down. I have to write the script for the comic book. I got two pages I got to write tonight too. So let me roll. They're already done. I just got to type them up for the artist. So I really got to go. How do you think Daryl will react to Morgan? I think he'll be pissed. What do you think will happen to Rick and Daryl? I think they get out of it and keep going on the next plan again because of that trailer. I cannot find a reduced anywhere. I've been waiting since it came out. Just look it up online if you have to. I see it everywhere dropping in price. Yeah, Rick and that moment had to be emotional baby thing. Yeah, probably. Did you see the Red Axe web series premiere, Ronnie? Backstory for Rick's axe? No, it's the backstory for his machete. And yeah, we saw that weeks ago. 2 weeks ago they aired it. Wouldn't it be great, or a week ago, wouldn't it be great if next episode we see Negan banging Morales' wife, so that explains why Morales went rogue? No, I don't think that would be great. Funny, maybe, but not great, because why is Morales helping him if he's banging his wife? That doesn't sit well with me. Do you think that Daryl should go back and wisecracking like he did in season 1 or 2? Yes, more so. Listen, Daryl's still Daryl. I think sometimes I don't articulate that good enough. He's still Daryl. He still has the wisecracks, but there's less of them when there should be a consistent amount that like normal. I don't know, it's hard to put into words, but when I'm watching it, there's moments where I'm like, no, old Daryl would do this or say this or yada yada yada. Alright, so my kind of guy. I need myself a man like Mr. Grimes. Q&A. If Morales was there when Glenn died and there was a chance he would have stopped Negan, I am thinking long and hard about this Q&A. No, I don't think Morales would have stopped him in any way, shape, or form. Do you think Rick will align with Jesus' point of view? Yes, eventually. I think they're going to take the soldiers and yada, yada, yada. It's also genetics. Yeah, genetics are really important for working out and all that shit. What about Rick and Daryl? What will happen to Rick and Daryl? They'll get away. Huge fan of you and your channel. Watch all Walking Dead videos in 1 week. Seriously, rock. Thanks for all the hard work. Just FYI, when it's a live chat, I can't rewind it. Thank you very much. And wait a minute. What? Why not? I rewind it. I watched, just for practice, I watch a lot of people's live chats, or as many as I can, and I can rewind them all, every single one. Recently, I went and watched Rayon is Rayon just to mess around. I like seeing what it's like from your perspective, so I know how to do this better. And I was able to pause his, rewind it, and then play it again. That sucks. I don't know why. Maybe you need to update your app. I don't know. Give that a shot. Maybe that'll help. Okay, Ronnie, I'm convinced my mercy prevails over my raps. Happens right after the war ends. Rick is crying and reflecting on the war, yada, yada, yada. I've seen a lot of people convinced it's right after the war. I don't know. I feel like that's too soon. I think it needs to be when they're taking a beating and when they start coming back. But it probably is right after the war, sure, What do you think will happen to Gregory at the hilltop when he shows up? I think people are mad at him. Nothing big's going to happen. Keep in mind, we already saw Gregory standing at the hilltop and he's unharmed, so nothing big is going to happen. People are just going to be mad. I think they brought Morales back just to kill him, and yeah, they could bring him back just to kill him to get rid of the meme. I'll be happy with that. You made my day responding to my questions. Stay awesome, Ronnie. Thank you very much. Ronnie, convince we're dead. It's been fun. See you guys next week. Yeah, thank you very much, Paige, and thank all the other mods who showed up, and everyone else who wants to be a mod and you're on the list. Just have some patience. We'll get there. And dude, guys, I already. Oh yeah, that's right, dude, guys. I responded to you like 5 friggin' times, and you keep messaging me going, "Did you see my comment? Please, I don't know, refresh the page or something. Find the comment because I had a serious thing I wanted to discuss, and you need to read it in order to know what I'm talking about. What do you think will happen at Gregory at the Hilltop when he shows up? Oh, we already did that. How will Daryl and Carol react to Morales? I don't know. Holy shit, you actually saw Ronnie Blaze Hayes, presents. I don't know. I don't know. And the thing is, I don't know if they're going to see him. I don't know if that's even going to come up. I think they're just going to react normal if they see him, if he's on their side. Oh my God, it's been, how long, da-da-da-da. But I don't think any of that's necessary. He should just either die or stay. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do we got any other Q&As before we bounce? Ronnie, how do you think that Negan and his people are going to get out of the Walker trap? I hope they come up with something. In the comic, they don't show it. And I hope in the TV show, we see it. We see part of the outpost show up and possibly start leading some of the walkers away. Show something. Damn, list Rick Shirt Pocket's gonna fed up. Negan, it's on sale. I'm lame mood. Ronnie, I let run amok. Wait, what? Ronnie, I let everyone run amok. Laugh my ass off. I'm definitely going to look into that because figures was off. Thanks for responding. No problem. All right. Would you like to see Shiva turn Morales into steak dinner? Hell yes. Did you feel Rick described what Morales was because the writers didn't think the audience would remember? Yeah, part of that was because the audience wouldn't remember. All right, guys, we're out of here. I tried to hang around to see if there's... wait, you never answer me. Leaving your stream now. Fine, get out of here. We're ending now anyhow. Please don't cry yourself to sleep, Ryan Kill 710. Pussy. See you guys next week. Remember, every single The Walking Dead episode, we do a live stream anywhere from a half an hour to an hour after it's over, after it airs the first time in the on the East Coast in the USA. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions down in that comment box. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Godzilla went and hooked it up again. He killed his card. What do we got? Joshua Wood, The Creeper, Wisdom Fall, Dude Guys. We got Josh Bendelik Vlogs or something. I can't even pronounce that shit. More Godzilla, a couple more Dude Guys. Only Elisa, W, and more Godzillas. And then Spin 2020 hooked it up with the super chats. We got a handful here. Again, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We're going. Hopefully, I'll get time, and I'm gonna set up the what is that called again? The Patreon stuff. The new tiers and all that. And keep an eye out. In a day or two, we're gonna release the 802 analyzed video for The Walking Dead, obviously for this episode. This will be a fun one. Thanks a lot for all the mods and everyone coming in to hang out with us and hitting that like button and everything like that. Yeah, that's it. Good night. I appreciate all the support. Let's see what I'm trying to see what else other people are saying. Thanks for the Ronnie Hayes, you are fucking awesome. You're the coolest person in the world. Oh my God. Oh, you guys can't see those comments. They're hidden. Yeah, the walker did look like he had some acid on him. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Good night. Yep, fuck Trez Chan. Meme that shit.